A lot of group.
Yeah, a lot of.
I was thinking Ramona making plans this weekend for you?
There we go. Meeting of July 2021, meeting of the Human Rights Commission is now called to order. Our first order of business is to appoint an interim secretary for our meeting. Kristen Springer has been kindly volunteered to take minutes today. Our first item of business is to approve the minutes of the previous meeting from June 28th. The minutes are on your agenda. It goes back to our open forum group meeting on critical race theory. If you look at the minutes, they're quite extensive. Are there any changes?
I reviewed the minutes and I would move to approve them.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the meeting minutes from the previous meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. We have accepted the minutes. All right, take a look at the budget report. If you notice, the only real expenditure we have is the rental of the Brown County Fair booth. At this point in time, there will be some bills coming in. The stickers, the first round of stickers bill has been submitted. I don't think it's been paid yet necessarily. So that'll be coming through. And then we'll have some more things coming up here later as well. Any questions on the financial report?
No questions, Mr. President, but I did submit a receipt. I purchased some, water and candy for the parade. And so I submitted that actually to Lisa today. I think it was $99 and some cents. So that'll be.
We should make a motion to reimburse Dan for those expenses for the parade. Is there a motion?
I'd make a motion to reimburse him.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor of paying the bill to reimburse Dan for the candy and water for the Barraran Blast Parade, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. We'll be looking forward to that check, Dan. You can have us over for a party.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, recap from the Barraran Blast Parade.
I can recap. It was really great. It was warm. It was really great for me because I got to drive and it was air conditioned. So it was really no big deal for me at all. Everyone else, however, I made run the whole time and still got scolded for falling way behind. So it definitely moved at a pretty good clip.
Yes, it did.
And reaction was, at least for me, universally positive, which is great. We could have used a couple of more people, but things come up. But just, I think in the future we'll have to remember that if commissioners are not able to do it, that they let the rest of the commissioners know, just in that way family members can jump in. Because I think probably a few of us assumed that if we didn't hear that they were coming. So that's just a kind of little side note for next year, because I think a lot of the thing was we gave away so many signs, which was awesome, but that really kind of
Slowed us down.
slowed us down for sure, right. And so with additional people, we could probably designate a couple of people just to do that and then continue throwing out the candy for the other people instead of switching back and forth. So other than that, I thought it was great. I thought the turnout was great. But yeah, other than the fact that it went at like 12 miles per hour the entire way.
Fast.
It was fast. So, but yeah, everything was great. I don't know if Kristen or Casey have anything to add.
I think the only other thing was just prepping the stickers and the candy before, which is no big deal. Just to remember to do it next time.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll make a note of that. Maybe put that in the minutes, Kristen, that we purchase candy and make sure we prep the materials before I think that's a great idea.
Anything that we can do beforehand that we don't have to do in the middle of it would definitely help. So yeah, cutting something, simple as cutting bags open and stuff, that was kind of held us up as well. So.
Okay. I'd like to come back to that, but we'll take it up underneath item number 11.2, because I think we'll have to restore and refill some of our materials before our Brown County Fair. So I'll bring that up under 11.2 later. The Brown County Free Fair, the status of handouts is I have the bookmarks on order. We have to come up with a number. I originally said 500, but Wendy told me, because we had some, but Wendy told me we're pretty much out of bookmarks.
Yeah, the bookmarks got some water damage on them, a lot
Okay.
of them, so they're not really that good.
Okay.
So if we can kind of just
You
maybe
think
start
it's
over.
500 or 750?
I don't know how many you normally go through.
Yeah,
We might as well just do 750.
Okay.
As long as we're gonna order.
Use them.
we're going
Right,
to use them
yeah.
eventually, right? True. Okay, so I'll call that order in tomorrow. We've already approved that expenditure, we just have to do that. And stickers, our status of stickers, we're going to need some more? Wendy,
There was at least one roll left, but I don't know how many are in a roll either.
I think there were two, because I for sure had some left, but they were kind of rolling
I wasn't
everywhere
really-
at that
yeah.
point.
Yeah, yeah. It was all a blur. We don't know what was left. We should probably get some. One, again, we're gonna use them. Two, there's money in the budget.
Right,
You know,
okay.
that's obviously budgetary is not an issue this year, so we might as well. They're a big hit with the kids. I mean, all the kids, when they come across the fair booth
Right.
table, grab them, so.
okay. All right. This schedule, I know Jackie said she was going to make a Google document to get us all to sign up. I know in years past, we tried to limit ourselves to 2-hour stints, no more than 2-hour stints. Some of us wound up doing more at various times, but I'll try and contact her. If not, I can create a Google form to set up the time. Dan, we've set up in the past.
Yep.
I don't know if we want to do that again, or
Yeah.
maybe,
We can. I can actually probably find last year's.
plan. You took
Yeah.
a picture, I think Shar took a picture
Yeah,
of
there's a
the,
picture out there somewhere.
of what it looked like.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look for it.
And I do know the banners you had from the parade.
Yep,
We
I
used
have
on
those.
we used on those.
Yep.
Okay. And then we'll need to look at something else as well coming up down the road here.
And I did email back and forth with Lisa about the table that we're gonna have, or the station that we're gonna have, and make sure that it has power.
Oh, good
Because it's
thinking.
always nice to have your phone charger, fan, whatever,
Yeah.
at the booth.
Good thinking,
I
Tim.
made sure that we had that.
Good.
And then, do we want to get some of the old posters like we've done in the past to hang up? If so, where
The
are
old
those?
posters are downstairs. Lisa and I went downstairs and looked at our storage in the basement of this building. And we have a large file drawer about this wide and this deep. And that's coming up down here, but we do have, on top of the filing cabinet are some of the older posters. And that's one of the things we want to talk about,
Okay.
what we want to do
All
with
right, all
those.
right. I'll calm
But
down.
yeah, we could certainly pull those.
That always
yes.
seems, yeah,
Yeah.
that was always kind of nice having those in the back.
Yeah, for sure. Do you know what the schedule ETA is? It's getting kind of close, so.
Yeah, I will call Jackie tonight or tomorrow and
Okay.
get a hold of her. I'll have that, I'll share the document, make sure you get the document within the next day,
Perfect.
okay? I know it runs Thursday through
Sundays.
Sunday, and usually things slow down Sunday afternoon at 3-ish, right?
And the
But,
night times are pretty slow too. After like
After like 9.
9, it's pretty
Yeah.
dead. So
Yeah.
Yeah. But normally we like to have 2 people on there in the booth. You do sometimes get some verbal addresses on human rights on one particular issue. People will challenge you, and we have a protocol for dealing with that. But
it'd also be nice to have at least one person from the
Human Rights Commission,
You can
right.
have, you know,
yeah,
spouse
like my
with
wife
you
and
or
I would
whatever.
would
Yeah.
do it for a while, and
Yep.
then, yeah, okay. So we can do that.
and then former.
Former Human Rights Commissions, I can contact them.
Oh, yeah.
I'll contact some of the other ones that I know
Nice
recently.
if they wanted to sit in, they definitely could.
Yeah. Alma doesn't have anything to do, right?
Yeah. For Tom too.
Custer?
Yeah, you might want
Oh,
to.
yeah, he might. Yeah, he was one of the original founders, I think, of the, yeah.
The other Tim? Mr. Babel.
Oh, yes, right, yeah.
You can play some music.
I have all their emails, so I can contact them.
Perfect.
Which brings us to item 4.3. Unless there's anything else in the Brown County Fair, we do have to do some planning. It is like 2.5 weeks away, so we need to get going on that.
Is there candy left from the parade?
No.
Okay.
No.
Maybe we
No.
should,
Oh, yeah.
That's what it always usually.
Yeah, well, I can grab some more. That's no
Okay.
problem.
Tootsie Roll.
Dan, you want to do
Yeah.
that?
Yep, I can do that.
Okay.
And then, is this also down here? Because I keep jumping ahead, but we may want to replenish some signs as
Yeah.
well.
That's
especially the-
all coming up here and what we
Okay,
want to
all right.
have the materials, yeah.
I'm just going to leave, and then I'm going to come back
Yeah,
when
no.
we address all
We
the
get to
stuff I'm
11,
trying
right?
to
That's
do.
when we're
I should, yeah, I should, yeah.
Okay.
The Human Rights Award, I have, Lisa sent me a draft of that press release with the form today. I approved it, so that will be in the paper in the next couple days with a due date of September 20th on the press release to submit it so that we can talk about it in our September meeting. Okay, so that'll be going out. The poster and essay contest will be tabled until the next meeting. Mankato Area Greater Diversity Council, Wendy and I met with Bukata Hayes and Kuma Takamura from the Greater Mankato Diversity Council about co-oping with them on dealing with starting some listening / training sessions in New Ulm. So we're in the process of fleshing out some ideas. The basic concept is we want to involve some of the leadership groups in the community first, and then spread wider. Like, we want to get clergy involved, we want to get representation from the police force, we want to get representation from the education community, we want to get representation from the medical community, some representation maybe from city management of some kind. And do some initial listening sessions and training sessions, similar to what we did with the Welcoming Communities Project, the beginning of that.
yeah.
Something along those lines. Tim, you were involved in that with me. But as Wendy and I talked after our meeting, we kind of thought we need to really think about what we want to do here. They were helpful, and they gave us some ideas, but I think Bukata suggests, since the critical race theory was an issue that generated a lot of people, he thought the 50 or 60 people that came was a lot of people to show up for that. So he's going to put us in contact with the Austin Human Rights Commission, which is similar size community, and try to liaise with them because they're going through some similar issues down in that neck of the woods. So we'll contact them. What Lisa and I, or what Wendy and I will need to do with Lisa is reserve a date sometime in late September for the first session. We're looking at approximately 3 sessions in the evening. So at our next meeting, we'll have maybe some solid dates to think about, to refer to, and then we'll need to advertise that. So we're kind of starting that plan, and we're planning these to be in person at this point in time.
Is Kuma, is that Bukata's replacement then? Or?
Yes,
Okay.
he's the interim replacement for the Mankato Area Diversity Council. And their main arm is educational.
Right.
So that's kind of what they're planning on doing. But Bukata, we started a conversation with Bukata, and Bukata was interested in still participating in this.
Cool.
So that's the update on that. Okay? I don't believe we have a committee from a report from the executive committee
I don't think so, no.
or the public relations committee. Is anyone aware of any current human rights issues?
I will say I know that MDE is releasing the revised social studies standards in either today or in the next few days. They'll be coming out, so that CRT is going to be, there's going to be a public response period of like 30 days.
Okay,
So that's something we should keep on our radar.
okay.
Where is that going to be posted somewhere?
It'll
or-
be posted on the
Online.
MDE website, I
Okay.
believe.
Perfect.
Okay, good.
Sorry, because the MDE is Minnesota Department of
Yeah.
Education.
Minnesota
Yeah.
Department of Education.
It's interesting to watch the varying perspectives of the misinformation on critical race theory that's out there. Yeah, I think it's nice to get our terms defined clearly and what all it. I just thought today's letter to the editor was rather revealing. History is history, can't be changed. I thought you're right, can't be changed, but let's tell the real history. So, okay, thanks, Casey. Dan, any other? Are there any other current human rights updates? Dan, any legislative updates as far as you're aware?
Just one, it's not really legislative, but Governor Walz did sign on July 15th a executive order banning so-called conversion therapy in the state.
Okay.
So,
That was for
that's obviously very
teenagers
exciting.
too, right? That
I
goes-
believe so,
okay,
yes.
yeah. Okay. Okay, then on city council liaison,
Nothing to report.
is
at
your
this time.
term up now or what?
Yeah, I think so.
So we need another city council liaison.
I'll do it.
Okay, Dan, thanks. You don't have to go, you can watch it online. That's
Yeah.
either one. Or you can go and make trouble. That's always good.
That was my plan.
Okay. All right, other business. Pastor Diane Hatman has forwarded her resignation letter. And you have a copy of it there. I'll read it out loud. Dear Leary and members of the commission, it is with a heavy heart that I must give you my resignation. I also apologize for my absences of recent days. The decision was made to close the United Church of Christ with our last service on December 26, 2021. Because of this, I've been working full-time to help with all of the details. I will be moving as well, so I am packing up two places. It has been an honor to serve with all of you. I appreciate the dedication all of you have to this task of human rights. It is also a God's call. Thank you for the time I have worked with you and wish you all the best. God's strength and blessings to you all, Reverend Diane Hatman. So at this point in time, we officially declare a vacancy on the Human Rights Commission and open up nominations for or I should say, open up volunteers for the Human Rights Commission. The process is quite simple. Anyone who is interested should contact the mayor. The mayor makes all commission appointments with the approval of the city council. So if you are interested, if anyone is interested in serving on the Human Rights Commission, contact Mayor Terry Sweeney or his assistant, Lisa Pelzel, at the city offices. And they can give you information. If you want more information, you can contact me through the city offices as well. I'd be happy to email and talk to people who are interested in what this requires and what its expectations are. So we are declaring a vacancy for the Human Rights Commission, hopefully to have that filled shortly. The term will be appointed to complete the term of Diane, which runs through December 31st of 2022. And then they would be eligible for reappointment after that as well. Any
Chair,
questions?
Do we need a motion to accept the resignation?
I think that might be in order, Dan.
If so, I so move.
Is there a second to that?
I'll second that.
Motion has been made and seconded to accept the resignation letter of Pastor Diane Hatman from the HRC. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I also think we should send a note of thanks to Pastor Hatman for her term of service and wish her well in her future endeavors.
I would agree.
Okay. I'll direct either our secretary or the city assistant that we work with to send that forward. Which brings us to our next item of business. The organization and collection of materials at City Hall. Lisa and I spent a few minutes down there looking around, and in this large drawer, there are any number of old pamphlets from the Minnesota Human Rights Commission, old handouts. I looked at most of it. It doesn't look, and there are, numerous copies of documents and trifold folders, but it's very, very dated. I looked through anything that might be saved, and there's maybe a couple documents there that we might want to save, but other than that, I think we should probably clean that out and get rid of that. The other issue is the posters I don't know how many of the old posters we want to keep, or ask them if they want, if we want to keep just last year's posters for the fair booth, and then return the previous ones, ask if they want to come and get them. Or, just get rid of them.
I think that's a good idea, asking them if they want to come back and get them, and then with the understanding that if they don't, they'll probably have to, okay.
Dispose of them, yeah. So I think in the future, we should probably save at least the previous year or maybe two, depending upon and no more than that, as we need to. Is everyone in agreement on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, with that gives us an access to store all of our other materials, which include our stickers, our bookmarks, or anything else we're going to use for the Human Rights Commission, which might include also the signs. There's another space there we can use to store the signs, not in the filing cabinet. So it would be really nice, I think, to centralize our repository of materials. I know that way we're not, so maybe after the fair, we can kind of collate everything, bring something in, and Lisa will be happy to help us do that. She's willing to clean that out for us and make more room for us if we need be.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. I was just thinking of the future chairs who will have to figure out where these materials are. It'd be nice to have a centralized location, and we know, okay, contact Lisa, she knows where everything is. So I think we'll try and do that and take care of that, if that's okay with everybody.
Yes.
In connection with that, we're going to order more. We were going to order bookmarks. We came up with that at 750. Was the previous one, right? Correct?
Yep.
Do we need more stickers?
I would say yes.
That's a yes. So I think I ordered 500 last time. Should I just reorder another 500? Okay.
I think so.
I'm going to ask for a motion on that one because I'm not sure we approved that purchase. So is there a motion to approve that purchase?
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of stickers.
Is there a second?
I will second that.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The third item we need are signs. Okay, Dan, you mentioned that from the county, from the Bavarian blast, we gave away a lot of signs.
Yep.
Somebody said we were out of the rainbow signs.
We're out of those.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I brought all the ones that I had for that.
I have about 25 in my garage, but I don't have the
Stands.
metal stands.
Okay.
Okay. We have
I can bring those to the fair.
Okay.
There were a number of people at the parade that were asking for signs too, and we just couldn't
Yeah.
keep up with it.
Sure.
So,
That's a good thing for
and
this.
so we were saying, come to the fair.
Yeah.
We'll have a booth at the fair.
How many signs do we need to order? They run about $9 or $10 a shot, I think. From last, if I remember
What do we have
correctly.
to order to get the deal?
Yeah, I was just thinking about it.
I think 100 is I can talk to Dan.
How much were they?
I thought they ran around $9 or $10 a piece.
I remember 900 for.
Me too.
100
I was
signs.
gonna say either 900 or 1,000, like on the nose or something very close. So
Okay.
I think that sounds right
I don't
to me.
think. Yeah,
I think 100.
It's 100.
If they're around.
Too many,
Can
though?
you mix and match in that, or do they all have to be of
I
one?
don't think so. I think you got to be all of one.
I can talk to Dan and see what I'm wondering if we need 100 signs, because we've done a pretty good job of flooding the community. If you've got 25,
Yeah.
How many of the
Yeah,
black
that's-
ones did you have left?
I probably have maybe 50.
okay. I've got a handful. Chad had some.
Does Wendy have more? I know she did at one point.
I
The
think.
black signs?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think Wendy gave me all her signs when they moved.
Oh, that could be,
yeah,
sure.
So, I guess it's- my
So we
garage
might
is just
actually
across
have
the alley.
enough.
How about I try and track down how many black signs we have? Is there a number we want to have at the fair? I'm going to guess we're not going to give away as many of the black signs this time around.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we have 50 or 75, just maybe hold.
I think 50
I think
is
that'd be
probably
plenty.
sufficient.
Yeah.
So you think we should order 50 to 100 of the
Rainbow?
rainbow signs?
Yes. But like I said, I know if you order a certain amount,
You get a better deal, yeah. I know the stakes are, because all three of my signs that I had up this winter got the stakes twisted and broke. So I need stakes too. But I think I know a place where I can get some stakes that are not being used, that we can have extra stakes in.
Yeah, I don't know why I have signs and no stakes, but
The other question I'm just thinking of is how often do we come up with like a new sign? Like, does that just come whenever, or because if we're getting
We
close to
don't,
making?
these are the only two things we've done this.
Oh, okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
if there were
Yeah,
other ones.
and
and
that,
these were
the
newer
signs
designs.
came on just as I came on.
Okay.
Jackie was kind of behind that.
right.
Okay,
So, Tim, were you involved in that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember I came and we paid for them. I remember that was,
they're awesome.
Yeah, it was around when we had made the first big purchase.
yes, right. So the other thing might be, I think as need arises,
Yeah.
And this is the time of year for the signs too. When you get into winter time, people aren't interested really in the signs.
no,
so
right, yeah.
The fair is a big one.
You say 50, I don't know,
50
of each,
50
or just the rainbow ones for now, and
50 rainbow signs and
yeah,
then
because that gives us 75. I
the
probably
stakes for
have.
whatever I have.
Yeah, I'll try and find some extra stakes for us too.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I'll just order 50 tomorrow. Can I have a motion on that?
A motion. Order 50 more rainbow signs.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, thank you. All right, just to kind of review then what we're up against. Number one, we have a number of things to get ready for the fair and the schedule for most of us. I'll order the necessary, the stickers, the bookmarks, and the signs. Dan, you're gonna buy candy and whatnot for the fair?
Larry, do you want me to reach out to Jackie and make a schedule if we need one?
If you want to do that, you can, sure.
Okay.
I think we used the Google form last time
Okay.
and shared it with everybody. I think most people had a,
Like
Was
one of
it-
the spreadsheets where you just put your name in or whatever?
yeah.
Shared
Yeah.
spreadsheet.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll figure out if we can. If I can't be there at the opening of the booth, I will make sure that we make arrangement that
Okay.
whoever is there to
Somebody.
get whatever I have to them.
Right. We have the banners that we had from the parade. One we hang up, one we kind of put in front of the skirt of the table. We've got our posters and we've got our stickers and we have our bookmarks. Usually, I think we've had copies of like the human rights just paper copies of the human rights, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, yeah. And I'll check with Alma to see what other stuff she had. She had a bunch of stuff too at one time.
I wonder if we want to put something like one of those informal things about CRT out, some of those QR codes.
Okay, sure.
Again?
All right.
I
yeah.
can provide
Find out
those.
about, sure, let's do
Yeah.
that. Is there any other business? Okay. Our next regularly scheduled meeting is scheduled for August 23rd, 2021. I think you guys have done a good job about getting back to Lisa as far as our availability concerns, so that really works well. With that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Hi.
Opposed? Motion adjourned. Thank you, folks. I know I'm not sitting. Tim Babel's shortest meeting ever. You were involved in that, right?